All right. I hope everybody can hear me. This is Dirk from the Prime Expertise Trading Academy. We're just going to wait here very quickly for my co-hosts today, Alexander from the Crypto Magazine and Andre Forth to join me as co-host. I think they need to be promoted here. So,
can you guys hear me? Andre here.
Hello, I can hear you. Thank you.
Great. Now you're both here. Super. Good. So that worked actually. So sorry, guys, for everybody who's listening out there. First time we are doing this Twitter Spaces things, and of course, there's a little bit of bumps on the road for us to do this the first time. So nice, Andre. Very happy that you joined us. Alex from Crypto Magazine, happy that you joined us for our very first Twitter Spaces here at Prime Expertise today. And we want to discuss today about the crypto markets through 2023. Where are we at the moment and what's the road ahead, actually? Maybe Andre, maybe Alex, you know, as courtesy, could you introduce yourself a little bit to our audience today?
Maybe Alex can start. Fine.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm Alex from the Crypto Magazine. I have two channels. One is Crypto Magazine and the other one is Crypto Magazine Trading. I do trading since 4 years now, developing my own trading algorithms and doing crypto videos on YouTube about trading and with live trading and such things. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for your invitation.
Great. So I'm Andre Forth from Brazil. I've been into crypto markets since 2014. I've been trading Bitcoin since 2017 and futures pretty much since 2020. So long time in the market. But yeah, so I have a YouTube channel right now, about 35,000K, but only in Brazilian market. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to be here with both amazing guys, Dirk and Alex. I've been following you both. Thanks so much for the content that you put out there. So I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's something I can only give back to both of you. Of course, there's a reason we wanted to do this with you guys today for the first time, because the quality of your content, of course, you know, meets the expectations that especially beginner traders should have when starting to trade cryptocurrencies. But guys, let's maybe jump right into it. You know, I mean, when we look at the crypto markets here in 2023, we are seeing a lot of ups and downs. And at least from my perspective, I think volatility is a little bit weird. You know, we always have like 1 to 3 days of super high volatility where the crypto markets are either going like straight up. You have those crazy candles going up or straight down by like 5, 10, 15%. And then followed by that, we have this this period where almost nothing is happening, you know, where we are moving sideways. There's only, at least for Bitcoin and or for the crypto market, super low volatility, just 200, 300 US dollars up move, down move. Of course, that translates correspondingly to Ethereum and altcoins as well. And for me, that's like very well. So, and in your opinion, especially, you know, since I think a lot of people that are maybe listening today to us are more on the short-term trading time frame, you know, trying to capitalize on moves that maybe take like a day, maybe maximum a week or 2 weeks. So swing traders, what would you suggest in this market phase we are right in now to people like this?
Maybe I can start. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, I see what I see in the market now. I see a lot of people. Everybody's cautious because we don't know exactly what's gonna play out in the next 3-4 months. Everybody's concerned about the macro environment now. What Fed's gonna do? What's gonna crash? What's the next thing that's gonna crash? Maybe another bank or. So everybody's very cautious, in my opinion. So that's why the markets are not like. Moving up as you like. That's what I'm trying to say, that everybody is very excited about the bull market now, Bitcoin. But yeah, I've been cautious for the whole time. I've been trading very. I haven't been like opening trades and leaving them for like many days as I was doing it before. When I have an opportunity to take profits, I've been taking profits, and that's what most of the traders are doing. That's why you have not so much the volatility as we expected. Yeah, and we can discuss also if you are really in a bull market that you can reach like, let's say 50 or 60K up. I think I see this more as a relief rally instead of like a full bull market. I don't see Bitcoin going above 40K. I expect actually another leg up, but not too far, because what I expect now is I'm really waiting for the Fed pivot. This can take like maybe another 3-4 months or even more. So everybody is like now concerned and about the macro environment and the whole situation in the United States and everywhere, actually, not only United States. I think everywhere. And now the is not very. But of course, this can lead us to many opportunities in the crypto market. I think Bitcoin still has a huge opportunity now, especially altcoins. We can discuss about that as well. But I think I see the market very cautious and very very concerned about the current situation in the whole world.
Thank you. I can agree with this. You can hear me? You can hear me good? So
Yes.
Yes.
I think there's something I mentioned in my latest YouTube video. Nobody's talking at the moment, and I want to bring it up here because there are two things that are really important why the crypto market is at the moment, in some cases, really volatile, and in some cases, really flat. The point is, first of all, it's a big market manipulation ongoing at the moment because we have thin order books. This means, there's a low liquidity on the market, on the exchanges. What do I mean with that? The point is that some people forgot, but Celsius Network, 3 Arrow Capital, Alameda Research, Genesis, and Coinbase are the main liquidity providers, or was the main liquidity providing companies in the market. And all of them, beside Coinbase, are broke. So every one of them are gone. So the market lacks a lot of illiquidity. So big Bitcoin buyers, for example, want to buy 50,000 Bitcoin, 100,000 Bitcoin, don't have the liquidity at the moment, or the access to the liquidity at the moment, because Coinbase is the only company who gives advantages to bring big amounts of Bitcoin from the market and inside and out of the market. And this comes with low order books. So we see consolidation phases, and then really easy to see when there's low volume, their manipulation is ongoing because they use leverage trading and dump and pump with spot. So it's really interesting to see what's happened at the market. So I see there are big advantages for short-term trades, but on the other side, I don't see a bull market this year. I see, because of the low liquidity and the access to the liquidity, people are more, the big money is going into government bonds. They're more secure. And for example, also Tether, iFinex using this strategy, they use their US dollar, go into bonds and take the earnings out of the bonds, and then they buy Bitcoin with these. So these are strategies they're using at the moment. So just my opinion and my view on the market. Maybe you can add something.
Yeah, but I think, you have a point there, in my opinion. It's but still, like if you say like there's a low liquidity, but still we have this demand side of people wanting to buy Bitcoin, and I'm not talking just about retail investors here. I'm talking about, obviously, also about institutional investors. Maybe we have also, like smaller countries in hyphens, like El Salvador and so on, that slowly are getting into Bitcoin. And I would expect, actually, if this demand is met with a low liquidity on an order book, that this actually should drive the prices up. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, please.
Yeah, plus the point is because on the early days when Three Arrows Capital, Celsius, Alameda, and Genesis were active, these big deals of selling Bitcoin going OTC in the past. But today they don't have the access to this amount of liquidity to sell. So what they do at the moment is big whales. You are right. Some people and some countries and some institutional investors want to buy Bitcoin, but there are a lot of whales against it who want to sell at the moment and go into government bonds. So what they do is they wait until we go, for example, 28,000, 29,000 per Bitcoin, and then you see this big selling pressure, because then they take the liquidity. If there's enough volume, they go out of the market, go into government bonds at the moment. That's the point, because government bonds are more secure than the US dollar itself, because government bonds are liabilities and the US dollar is just a currency and not a liability itself. So the interesting point is that big money is going into bonds and taking the earnings, and then they go into Bitcoin, but later. So that's the point at the moment I see, and this is something other investors also told me, that this is their strategy.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. I see this as a huge liquidity grab. Most of the whales, they don't want to sell Bitcoin at 15K, so they want to sell Bitcoin at 30, 34. I still think Bitcoin can still go up. We still have time for a Fed pivot, and as long as you don't have a Fed pivot, there's still there's room for Bitcoin to move. That's why actually what I'm betting now. I'm still thinking that Bitcoin can do another small leg up. Until we have the Fed pivot, or Bitcoin is preparing for the worst. Even the stock market now, SP 500 at 4,200 points. Pumping, it doesn't make much sense, right? Because most of the market makers, the huge whales, they don't want to sell their stocks when it's at 3,000 points. They want to sell much higher. Most of the Fed pivot in the past, this is exactly what happened. The SP 500 was pumping, and then when the Fed pivot came, when the everything was going going bad in the market, then of course the crash came. So I think this is exactly what's happening now. I don't see Bitcoin moving past 100K, as many people are saying. And actually, the market's too optimistic now. I see a lot of people super excited about Bitcoin. And this is, for me, a red flag. When people are too optimistic, I usually get a bit bearish.
Sure. And additionally, I can say, maybe some people didn't see it. Yesterday, we had the first email ribbon short signal on the daily since weeks now. So the uptrend is a little bit, I would say, a little bit broken. We got rejected at the ribbon. The technical indicators with moving averages, exponential moving averages. So just in a technical view of the market, we have a little bit rising RSI, relative strength index, but we saw yesterday the first short signal on the ribbon, and this is something we must consider, that we fall down the next days if if the price don't go above 27,770 in the next 2 or 3 days, then we go down maybe. So this is the current situation. We have a support in, I would say, $27,000 Bitcoin price. But that's the current situation. Yeah.
I think that's very interesting, guys. And comes a little bit of a surprise to me, especially if we are discussing about what Andre just mentioned about the Fed maybe raising interest rates more, maybe not raising interest rates anymore. Actually, my opinion on this is that we are seeing a little bit of a plateau at the moment when it comes to interest rates. So, I mean, at the moment, what the last reading, I think, when inflation year on year was like 4.9%, 4.8%, don't nail me on that. And we have an interest rate environment in the US of 5.25%. So this is something I like to call the terminal interest rate. Terminal interest rate meaning the interest rate environment is now higher than the inflation environment. And this is something the Fed wants, because that means they are successful in battling inflation, bringing inflation down. And if I look in the past now, like let's say the last 30 years, the last 40, maybe 45 years, whenever we had this plateau of interest rates, where interest rates were higher than the current inflation rates, this usually lasted for something between 4 and 15 months at the most. So let's say an average of 8 to 10 months. And I just want to point out the obvious here, of course. If I see now, okay, we've reached this plateau, and I forecast like 12 months into the future, where probably the Fed is going to lower interest rates again, then we are exactly or almost exactly at the Bitcoin halving. And I'm just asking the question here, couldn't this be something that fuels a super bull market in your opinion? Like interest rates going down, which is of course very good for risk-on assets such as stocks, such as crypto, and the Bitcoin halving. So, you know, I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe I'm making things up, maybe I'm dreaming here, but maybe this could be the recipe for a new super bull market next year.
Yeah, I agree. There's the Bitcoin halving is coming. Actually, it's now 30, 40 days ahead. Yeah, so the Bitcoin halving. The thing is, I believe when the Fed start cutting rates, it means like something really bad happened. So once they start cutting rates, it means like, wow, they have to. It's not because they want to. It's because they really have to cut rates. This is exactly what happens. What happened in some other times. So they had to cut rates because things, everything was collapsing. Banks and everything. So I don't see. I see them probably next in June, maybe even hiking another 25 basis points, because they said maybe they're not going to do it, but I think even though the CM group, you can see that the probability of the interest rate hikes now it's to not having any hike anymore next term, but I still think they're gonna hike another 25 basis points, and they're gonna keep like that. The interest rates are gonna be high for a long period of time until things start to break. When things start to break, then they'll have a problem, and that's what the market's concerned. That's what I see. When things are gonna start to break. So and then when it happens, I think Bitcoin. I'm not sure if Bitcoin is a good. It's not a good hedge against a recession, and I think we are entering a recession pretty soon in the United States. So you have to be cautious. Of course, I'm a huge Bitcoin bull. I have Bitcoin that I bought for $200. I'm not going to sell them. Yeah, I'll tell to my audience, all my followers, be cautious because there's dark times ahead, and we have to prepare for the worst. So that's how of course. But as a trader, I'm trying to surf this wave as much as I can. I think still Bitcoin we still have an opportunity to go up another one leg more. That's what I see. But I'm being very cautious, and of course using a stop loss.
I completely agree. The point I want to add is we need to be really, really careful that we don't have this blind side because of the CBDCs and the regulations are coming up the next years, especially in the US, also in Europe. So it's really important to have a look on this and have an eye on this changing, and this kind of regulation change also the environment for crypto. And this is something I'm really careful about at the moment and watching really, really close, because sure, the halving is coming, and sure, I'm also bullish for the halving event, but not not before the halving, not exactly after the halving, but you know what I mean. In an area half a year after the halving, I'm really bullish because I see not by the news, sell the rumor or something, or on another. By the news, sell the rumor. So, on the other, ist egal. Auf jeden Fall, the point is, you know what I mean. The environment is changing at the moment, and the next years, I don't think we will see the same patterns we saw the last times. So this is something who will change maybe, and this is something I would always consider when I'm on long-term hold on Bitcoin or something or other cryptocurrencies. And yeah, this was what I wanted to add.
Nice. I mean, we have like really diverse opinions here when it comes to are we already in a bull market? Are we going to enter a bull market? How is the bull market going to be? The one thing I want to pick up on, Andre, you earlier mentioned altcoins. In your opinion, are altcoins going to be altcoins? Let me put it like this: still going to be outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum? I know Ethereum is an altcoin as well, but I'm just going to, put them under one umbrella now in the next bull run, if there's going to be next bull run. And if so, what would be like your picks of altcoins to watch?
Well, picks for altcoins. This is a bit a tricky question. It's a bit hard for me. I'm not. I'm really a Bitcoiner. So I'm here in this market to accumulate as many Bitcoin as possible. That's my end goal in this market. I'm not a altcoin believer.
Completely understand you.
Yeah, but I do trade altcoins. Don't get me wrong. I do trade altcoins. Then with the profits, I try to buy Bitcoin as much as I can. I think even now, even I believe this is now a relief rally. I think there's still a huge opportunities for altcoins because many altcoins they haven't moved that much. Bitcoin is pumping, and because the Bitcoin dominance is going up, right? So many altcoins was not following Bitcoin. And I mean, we are now, if you check the Bitcoin dominance chart, we are now in a very resistance level in about 48% or so. And I think there are many altcoins, they still have to, kind of pump because think about the whales in these markets. They also, they don't want to sell their altcoins lower in the price. They want to pump their altcoins. And that's what I see now. I see many altcoins that you still have an opportunity in this market to buy them, but I'm being very cautious, of course, and using a stop loss. Regarding the types of altcoins, there are many like old altcoins. There's still we still have like a huge opportunities, I think, to trade. More of these altcoins that they have like a good solid project and a good fundamentals. Let's say like Polygon, Link, Chainlink. These altcoins, they're for sure they have good fundamentals, and we can try to make some trades. Of course, in the AI now, it's super hyped up now. Everybody wants to trade these altcoins. But of course, have to be cautious because many of them they pumped like crazy. They went like to the roof, like 2,000% up. So we have to be cautious. But I think still there's room for altcoins. But I'm being very cautious with the trades and using a proper risk management because I think the secret is risk management. If you have a good risk management, stop losses and taking profit, you're fine. The problem is most of the people trading, they don't pay attention to that, and they end up getting wrecked. So that's my view. But I still think the altcoins can pump in this before we have this dark period in the market. I think the worst is yet to come, but we still have opportunities for Bitcoin and altcoins.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, especially if we look like, I think the last 90 days, Bitcoin outperformed 95% of the altcoins. And I'm talking about the top 50 altcoins now, according to market cap. This excludes stable coins like Tether US dollar, for example. So we are definitely in the Bitcoin season. And that's like the thing, I mean, I've been talking on the Prime Expertise video channel, on the YouTube channel, a long time, since I think it was like September, October last year, that I wanted to see the Bitcoin dominance rising to something like 47 to 50%, which we have reached now. And we've kind of topped out there. Obviously. So like you said just now, Andre, maybe it's going a little bit down now, the Bitcoin dominance. But I think this is like the recipe also always for a new bull market, when people and when people go into the risk of asset, and I want to call it now. If we talk about crypto, and if we just look at crypto, of course, Bitcoin is the risk of asset there. If you're not sure what to do, if you don't have any other opportunity outside of crypto, and you need to park your money somewhere, you'll park it probably in either stable coins, or you're going to park it in Bitcoin. And so this is for me another stepstone in the bull markets of making. But I mean, Alex, I'm interested in your take also. I know you are a heavy trader when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to altcoins. You are also always active on the short time frames. But what do you think about altcoins? Do you look over the horizon of Bitcoin and altcoins? Are there any altcoins you are interested in at the moment?
Sure. I developed the platform Moonradar.com. It's a platform where I monitor and display my altcoin portfolio. I'm strong. I was strong into meme coins and AI coins the last weeks, and it worked really well. But with Forex, I take my gains from the table. And I did it also with Pepe, for example, but I wouldn't recommend to go into Pepe or Floki or something like this again. So I think this meme coin hype is a little bit over, maybe. This is just my opinion. I don't want to give any financial advices here. I just watch with my analyze altcoin projects on their utility side. What are they doing? Have they good utility? Have they a burning mechanism? Is the community big? How is their Twitter account growing? I analyze really many projects with the platform, and then I show also my portfolio so anybody can see it on Moonradar.com. I see the altcoin market as a big gamble, and we have to understand maybe just a little bit of story about my view on the whole market in itself, because we have to understand there are some rumors about, for example, the bull market 2017. Some people think that this bull market was created by USDT, by Tether, by iFinex, with printing USDT and pumping the Bitcoin price. And this current pump, maybe we have this the last month, maybe based on selling BUSD, Binance US dollar against Bitcoin. There are some rumors and there are some on-chain analytics that say that this price pump is a little bit unorganic and maybe also a manipulation. And this is really interesting because on this view, then we see two big bull markets, maybe based on a big manipulation, and then the consumers go in, and the big media is going into, and the big capital from the users, and then they take the pump to the top. You know what I mean? But we always saw the big retracements on the market because the liquidity was not enough to feed the whales who are selling. So for me, altcoins are really good gambling coins, always with stop loss, as Andre mentioned. Maybe if you are gambling with, for example, meme coins or low volume coins, then I always recommend always say sell half. When I'm 4x in profit, then I sell take the half of my gains from the table. And with this strategy, I'm really going good at the moment.
Yeah, Andre, you have something to add on?
Yeah, similar to Alex, I see also the altcoins, most of them they're gambling. They're the big huge gamble. Like what was happening with Pepe, like oh my god, that was crazy for me. And also some other AI altcoins. They had nothing actually to offer. This was just AI, just hype. And of course you can trade these altcoins as long as you take profits, because most people they get too much, they get bullish and they cannot take profits. Then this is a huge problem. And I made those mistakes in the past. and they are very painful if you don't pay attention to what you're doing and not taking profits, not having proper risk management. You can end up losing, way more that you put on the table. So I've been trading some altcoins, but I'm being very careful in this current market situation. And I can see still the altcoins pumping, and I think they will pump. Bitcoin still can pump to 20, 34, 20, 35,000 dollars, and then I'm out. Probably I'm going to be out for the market and waiting for the worst. That's my take.
I think that's I really like what you just said. Most meme coins, most altcoins don't have anything to offer. And I mean, that's pretty much what I think, like, of course, meme coins are fun. This is what the term meme coin already suggests, it's about fun. It's about, taking an ironic stance on the crypto market. But of course, when you have like news out there saying like, okay, this guy or this lady invested $200 into Pepe X amount time ago, and this is now worth $1 million or $1 billion. And we saw that also, of course, for altcoins or meme coins, as a matter of fact, like Shiba Inu back then, as Dogecoin, and so on and so forth. So, and my concern there really is like, isn't that like something dangerous? Because it kind of, if you're a beginner crypto trader and you hear something like this, Shiba Inu, Pepe coin, and so on and so forth, you kind of course, are tempted to compare this to Bitcoin. Whereas Bitcoin, of course, is a whole different story. So what do you guys think about this? Is that maybe something that's unproductive actually for mass adoption of cryptocurrencies, of Bitcoin and Ethereum, or is this something good because it puts more players into the field, so to say?
Yeah, I see the altcoins as an opportunity to accumulate more Bitcoin. As I know, many big players in this market, they also see it as the same way. I don't see value in most of the altcoins. For me, the only thing that matters is Bitcoin. That's why I'm here. But I've been playing with these altcoins and being smart about them, trying to take profits, make some good trades. I like them because they move like there's a huge volatility. Whenever there's volatility in this market, if you use the proper indicators, you can pretty much make some good trades. So that's how I see the altcoins. But I don't see much value in most of them. Even Ethereum, I'm kind of getting bearish on Ethereum now. Like I'm not a big fan. So I think everything that's happening now with the altcoins, Ethereum, all this side market, let's say. I think this is a huge lab for Bitcoin. Everything that's happening now in these altcoins, all these projects, most of them, they're gonna one day run on Bitcoin. That's how I see. And the only thing is, when you think about money and hard money and a bear asset, I think about Bitcoin. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. That's what people should think. And in the past, like 2018, I lost a lot of money. Actually, I lost a lot of Bitcoin, thinking that there'll be a next altcoin that was going to replace Bitcoin. Ethereum is going to replace Bitcoin, and I was thinking stuff like that. But then when I realized that what really matters is Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if Bitcoin is low and whatever. What matters is Bitcoin is the real thing. It's the real deal, and we have to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible. That's my end goal here in this market.
Yeah, I think we've all been through that. Yeah, Alex, what's your stance on it?
I also agree with Andre, but I see it in two major points. The first one is a lot of people don't go into the crypto market because of Bitcoin. They go into the market because of the wish of big gains and gambling with the altcoins. And at the end, they end up with Bitcoin. That's a good thing. But also many people losing much amount of money, amount of money with altcoins and meme coins and these coins who are not valuable. And then they leaving the crypto market. So I think that's something was really, really sad, because the Bitcoin itself is the big innovation. I'm really go with Andre here. And on the other side, we have to understand, and this is something I don't like with these altcoins, this pump and dump scheme with meme coins, for example, or with NFTs the last year. This was a systemic scam. It was not because you mentioned it was fun. Yes, for many people it was fun, and when you watch on the Twitter memes, it's really funny sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's something really systemic. There are a lot of researchers and investigations at the moment who are showing us that big hedge funds creating this kind of memes and NFT and hypes. They fund celebrities. Also, Pepe was funded with a lot of influencers were funded with Pepe at the upfront. It was not a meme in a way of, oh, it was funny. It came out of nowhere. A lot of these meme coins are systemically pumped with influencers, especially on Twitter and other channels, just to have some gains for the pumpers. And a lot of people lost a lot of money. So I don't think that's something what is good is in the market, because people, the normal retail user or the retail trader who is in a normal job, he's buying Pepe almost too late, for example. They always too late. So this is the problem. People lose money. I saw this with Shiba Inu. I saw this with Dodge. I saw this with so many coins. The normal retail user is too late. So this is something I would be happy if this is not anymore a part of the crypto space, because we lose a lot of that people trust this space, and some people who are not technical deep into crypto, they don't know the difference between, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum. They don't know the difference between Pepe and Bitcoin. They always think that's the same. And on a lower level of understanding this technology, we lose a lot of people. And this is my opinion on altcoins at the moment.
I totally agree with you, Alex. I see the altcoin is very dangerous especially for beginners. I see a lot of people asking me all the time, Andre, which altcoin should I buy now? Because I want to make more money, because Bitcoin is moving to. I don't have time. I want to actually make money fast. But people get super greedy and they end up losing all the investment. So I tell them all the time, hey, if you want to invest in this market, make sure you have at least huge part of your money in this market in Bitcoin. Otherwise, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to lose money. You're not coming back. And then when you come back, you're going to see Bitcoin, at 100K. You're going to be you're going to be even more frustrated. So it's going to be even more painful. So I tell people all the time, be cautious with altcoins. Of course, there are many altcoins there. They're doing a great job. There are good projects, solid projects out there. But most of these projects, they don't deliver anything, especially these meme coins. I think this is super stupid, I would say, and it's dangerous. And also, I agree with Alex, most of them, they're scam. And people have to be careful. And I met some other venture capital companies, and I know exactly how the altcoin market works. So unfortunately, beginners, they don't know how it works, and they get greedy, and they end up losing most of their money.
And guys, this is exactly. I mean, I couldn't have put it better than you guys just now. This is where you come in place. This is why it's so important to have education as a beginner trader, even as a more advanced investor, let's say in altcoins and cryptocurrencies, to listen to people out there like you, Alex, Crypto Magazine, like you, Andre, and to really get to separate the FUD from the FOMO, and to be able to really nail down an investment strategy without so much, pardon my English, bullshitting out there. So that's why I'm so happy that you were able to join us here today on our very first Twitter Spaces. So thanks a lot, Alex. Thanks a lot, Andre. We are nearing our end here, guys. If you are listening to this, please make sure that you give Andre, that you give Alex from Crypto Magazine a like, that you follow them on Twitter, that you also check out their YouTube channel, because this is where they are mainly active. And I think you're going to profit from this. And I'm super happy. I learned a lot today myself again, and I've been doing this for 25 years, not on cryptocurrencies, obviously, but as an investor in asset classes. So thanks, guys. I'm super happy. I'm super stoked. I learned a lot today. Thanks for joining us here today.
I also appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, for me, it was a pleasure to be here and an honor to be with you guys. I love the content you guys put out there, so keep you going.
All right. So see you again. We are definitely going to do this again in the near future. Take care, everybody. And you know what I have to say. And now always remember to use the stop loss. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.